I have a super helpful coloring hack to share with you today. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Coloring with Erum. Today I have another very fun tutorial for you. It is a coloring hack and you can use this both for pencils and markers. I do this when I don't have time to color an image from scratch. It is also helpful for those who struggle with coloring. This is another video that was requested, so I hope you enjoy the tutorial. I will use the Paint a Flower French Marigold outline stamp set. I already heat embossed this on classic Crest Solar White cardstock, 80 pounds, in pure white crisp embossing powder. You can stamp the full image if you want to, but I knew I wanted to use a partial image, so I stamped it exactly how I wanted it, slightly off the edge. There are two steps to coloring the image. The first one is ink blending, which will create a base layer of color for the image. I will use 3 ink colors, but you can use just one or as many as you want. The colors I'm using are Rubellite, Fresh Lemon, and Lagoon Crisp Dye Inks. I like these 3 colors because I can overlap them and create a 4th and a 5th color. For example, mixing yellow and pink to create orange, and I will mix Lagoon and Rubellite to get purple. Since this is a tight bouquet with smaller areas, I will keep my ink blending areas tight. And note that I am going out of the lines while ink blending, which is completely fine as I will fussy cut this. If you have a die for the image you are working with, you can use that to die cut the image. If you want to create a 1-layer card, then it gets a bit harder as you will have to create a negative mask to protect your outer area from inking. Once done, just clean off the excess ink that might be over the white embossing. Now I will pull out my Woodless coloring pencils and use the pencil color that matches with the base color and start applying pencil detail to the image. This is the second step of coloring the image. While adding the pencil details, don't overthink about shadows or highlights. Just keep in mind that you need to add strokes of colors from the petal tips inwards and from the center outwards, making sure to stop at the middle of the petal in some places to add variation. You can also call this underpainting, but with a twist. Just keep switching the pencil colors according to the base color. I like these light unicorn rainbow type colors, so that's why I chose this color palette. You can choose an easier one to start with. This is transitional coloring where you will switch between colors within the same petal. The ink blending on the base helps with the blending, so you don't have to overwork when it comes to blending with the pencils. It just works because, see, I am adding colors in strokes or flicks. So there is space between those strokes for the other color stroke to be added. To our eyes, it appears well blended due to the ink blending on the base layer. And that also helps with the illusion of a well blended image. Be a little careful while coloring. If you press too hard, there is a chance that you may chip off the heat embossing. I will turn on the music so you can watch how I color the flower. Once done, I will fussy cut the flower. If you have a die for the image you're using, die cut the image. Painted flowers do not have coordinating die sets, so I have to fussy cut mine. Now I have this A2 watercolor cardstock, and I will use the Rock Collection watercolor from the Artist's Watercolor 24 pan set. I will dilute this till it is very light gray and then add it to the left side of the cardstock because that is where I want to place my image. This gray background will ground my image. I will start with a light color and add it where I want it. Get an idea how it looks and then make it slightly concentrated. Remember that you can always build layers later and make it darker. So always start light and get a feeling of how you like it or if you are liking it at all. When I'm happy with the background, I will dry the panel completely. Then I will add splatters of the same diluted black watercolor. It will be the same as the background, so it won't be as visible, but it adds to the texture. Then I will dry the panel again. Next, I will add black paint splatters. For this, I have some jet black ink spray on my pan here. I find it is easier to add splatters from the pan instead of the spray bottle. Plus, I am clumsy. I keep that bottle away from the table. I will let the splatters dry, then place my image to figure out where the sentiment would go. I'll use Obsidian ink to stamp the sentiment. Next, I will use instant dimension foam tape to adhere the image to the card front. I then thought that some white dots on the flower center will look really nice. So I used a white gel pen and added dots of various sizes to the flower centers, and they look really nice. And that's it. My card is complete. This is a really fun technique and super easy too. It makes your coloring with pencils or even markers really easy. I hope you give it a try, and if you do, please try some different colors and do share with us. Information to tag us is in the description. If you have any other video requests, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Hello there, did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.